saw me a couple of hours ago, or maybe you did. If you didn't, check out that kit class. It was incredible. But I am back here. Actually, I forgot the introductions. It's Kelly from Cards by Christine and the Sunshine Stampin' Co. And this is officially my first class for myself. So, lots of details and information. Hello, Melanie. Look it, not even scheduled, and you're here. That's amazing. Yes, this is a surprise, just ad hoc showcase of what we have to offer for the 12 Days of Crafting Fun, which is a kit based on the Advent calendar. Lots of fun and exciting things in there, and lots of fun and exciting things to talk about. So, we finished designing the cards just minutes ago. No, I shouldn't say that. Okay, maybe an hour ago. And then I got them all photographed and going to make the cover photos and all that good stuff. So it's hot off the press and we want to show them off. But there's reason why we want to show them off. Starting tomorrow through the 24th is free shipping. So this class can be attained one of several ways. And one of those ways is through a qualifying order through me. So my name is Kelly Lamb. And I am the one who is soliciting the orders for this class. So it's free with a $140 order. Now, if you already have this Advent calendar, you do not need to have that as part of the order. You do kind of really need to have it for the kits. So if you haven't purchased it yet, that's $99 of the order could be this kit, because everything in it, most everything, I think everything in it is being used. So you definitely need to have it or order it as part of your order. But if you have already purchased it, that does not mean you can't support this class. I'm calling this my launch class or kickoff class, or I don't know. Maybe I have to work on that. But so you can still support me and my business if you want to, but have the kit already. So, holy man, hi Angelique and Lisa, Crazy Cat Lady, and Christina and Karen. Holy man, everybody. Hi. So, yes, that is one way to get it. Another way to get it would be to be on the Be Happy Stampers, or my own team. I am building a team of my own, and you can order kits for it. The kits for the team are $35. It's 13 card kits. You'll see what that all includes in just a minute. So that is an option as well, or it is available as a PDF tutorial for $20. Now you cannot just outright buy the kits because I am trying to get orders to get my business off the ground. So if that is something that disappoints you, I'm really sorry. Stay tuned. There will be more. But you can either purchase the PDF or you can join. It is a great time to join because there is an incredible starter kit special going on right now, and you can join my team. I am looking to get 4 more team members to promote to Silver Elite, so you can help me in that way as well. And then you can go ahead and get the kits. So lots of ways to make it happen. If you have any questions or concerns about how to get it, let us know because we'll always answer any questions that you may have. Okay, that's enough about that though. We need to show off the cards. So, that was the wrong button. I was like, something's not right here. Okay, this is the Advent calendar. It has 12 surprises in it, plus a bonus stamp set. So 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set comes with Miss You, Healing Hugs, Thinking of You, Always in My Heart, Proud of You, Love You, Birthday Wishes, Big Thanks, For Someone Extra Special, and then these images. So we've got a large flower and a small flower, some flower insides, a couple leaves, a little floral sprig. Here's some more insides. Those maybe are small flowers. I don't know. Florally things. And then we've got a butterfly and some pieces of cupcake. So these are the photopolymer stamps that come with the Advent calendar. Then you open it up, and the intention here is that you have 12 days of doors to open. All of the fun is already done on this one. So all of the things are taken out of it. But Chris and I discussed how, yeah, that's cool and great and fun, but honestly, what we want to do, and this is what this class is all about, we want to make cards. We don't want to just open doors. So how this class is kind of set up is you get the advent calendar and you open it all up. You demolish it. You get all of the stuff out of it. And then the 12 days, you're making 12 cards. So each day, starting in the middle of November, I will have a video on my YouTube channel that goes through these cards. So let's lay them out. And honestly, I didn't realize that the kit included 12 things plus a stamp set, so that's really 13. So we actually have 13 cards. So 13 things plus 13 cards. Just try to get them all in here. They're not all gonna fit, I can tell you that already. Let's see here. All right, are they all in? It's a lot of stuff, guys. Hello, Mary and Randy. Thank you so much for joining. So these are the 13 cards, and throughout the 13 cards, we utilized basically all of the things that were in the advent calendar. I'll tell you more about that in just a second. We did bring in just a few additional stamp sets, maybe like 2 other ones, and then of course we also utilized a couple supplies. We brought in our ink pads and some stuff like that, but primarily most everything is straight up from the kit. So in the kit, spoiler alert, by the way, you're about to see everything that comes in it. The mouse fell. So you already saw the stamp set. Then it comes with a pack of 6x6 DSP. That is what we used here. And unique thing about it, there's 2 sheets of, I want to say 10 different designs. Maybe it was 12. It's all in pieces right now, so it's going to be kind of impossible to figure that out. But this DSP is single-sided, so something unique to point out. It's not really a bad thing. I mean, in a lot of cases, you just go ahead and glue on one side anyways. So I'm not trying to state that as a bad thing, just saying it. And I'll actually take out the scraps and give you a preview of what that paper looks like. Mary, great question. So if you are on the Be Happy Stampers, you can go ahead and purchase a kit of it for $35. You can sign up. I was supposed to start with this. So on the website, let's see here. Let's get the right tab open. Okay, so on Chris's event calendar, so Cards by Christine events, go to November and November 15th. On November 15th, the first event is the 12 Days of Crafting Fun. This is information about the class and the ways that you can get it. Again, with an order through me, you'll get all of the card kits in addition to your order. You can otherwise buy the kits from me as a Be Happy Stamper, or you can order the PDF tutorial. But either way, however you want to acquire this, go ahead and click on the here, so register by clicking here. And everyone who wants to do this, no matter how you are going to acquire it, we need you to sign up just so that we can keep track of how we're doing this. So go ahead, fill out your email, your name, what method by which you're going to be receiving it, and then we'll get you on the list. I am taking advantage of the free shipping as well, so that's tomorrow through Friday. I'm going to order the things that I need to make the kits. So I'm also gonna obviously be ordering other stuff too, but so the sooner that you can let us know what you're interested in, the little better job I'll be able to do with forecasting, you know, whether I'm gonna need a couple extra packs of paper or envelopes and all that good stuff. So keep that in mind. The sooner the better. I love it. Thank you. Anyways, so here was that DSP just a sample. There was 2 sheets of each of these, but at this point I don't know if this is all the sheets or not. But beautiful floral designs. I think some people were a little thrown off or confused by the fact that the advent calendar was not Christmas. So the design of the advent calendar box is all Christmassy, but the contents inside are really not at all Christmassy. And I think that was a really great decision and design of this offering. And I mean, look, the cards turned out beautiful. I think everyone, hello, Kelly, thank you so much for joining, is going to be able to find a use for these cards. So that was one thing. It came with DSP. Another of the doors had baker's twine in a blue and this Flirty Flamingo color. So that's Misty Moonlight and Flirty Flamingo. Thank you so much, Kelly. Yes, we have gotten some orders and some signups already. I appreciate everyone who had, here, see my expression and my appreciation. I appreciate everyone who has already supported this even before they knew what the cards were going to look like. That's amazing, and I really do appreciate it. I hope now that you see how great the cards are, that we'll get some more registrants. My goal off of this kit is to qualify, so I'm about 3 orders short, as in 3 people getting this for free with a qualifying order, short of qualifying. I know that's a lot of the same words that is getting confusing, but that would help me as a demonstrator qualify, and that is my goal through this class. So that is one thing. Okay, another of the doors includes gold glitter glue, which we used creatively on one of these cards. I'll show you that in a minute. We have these gold gems. So they're not sequins, they are gems. They're kind of like what you would traditionally expect Stampin' Up! To have like an adhesive back on, but they're just loose, which is not a bad thing. They kind of have like the facets to them. It's really cool. Then we also had some dies. Here's one of 2 die sets. So this die set includes, I'm going to try to show these up a little better than that. Okay, this die set includes flowers to die cut out the stamped image. This is like a stamp that cuts out a rainbow. Here we have a butterfly. We have some leaves and another flower and 1 more leaf. So this is a die set that came in one of the doors. Put them away. Then we had a set of masks, which also is featured. So everything that's in here is actually going to be utilized in some way, shape, or form. So we've got here the masks, and then I will walk through in the video of that particular card how to use these masks. They're actually labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are not at all in order right now. 1 and 2, 3, and 4. And then this is kind of like a mini blending brush. The bristles are the material of the blending brush to use with the masks. So that was in one of the doors. Here we have another thing of loose sequins. These sequins are incredible. So both of the packages of loose sequins we used in what we call a faker shaker card. So they're in here. But there's a lot of really great elements in here. Very hard to show off, especially on the video. I did try to take a picture that I will post to show what's in here. But there's flower power sequins. So these gold, like, childish looking flowers is a way of saying it. There's gold butterflies that are featured on that card. There are really pretty thick bow embellishments here in a beautiful pink. There's hearts, like clearish opaque hearts. There's sequins. There's all sorts of really, really, really great things. We kept digging more and more into here. There's even like hexagons and stars and small little circles, and there's even beads in here. So every time we dug through it a little more, we found a new thing and it was really fun and exciting. So we utilized a variety of pieces from here on the cards, but then also we used them as embellishments and of course in this shaker, and this is what we have left. These are the used supplies. Same with this package of gold. We used them in this shaker and on a bunch of these cards, and these are what you have left. So even once you order, once you make all these cards, you still have a ton of great supplies left. Okay, then we have another package of dies here. This package of dies, thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate it. So yes, ordering to qualify for this for free tomorrow through Friday is the day to do it because you get free shipping. It's basically like getting 11% off, which is awesome. So here we have postage dies. We've got two sets of squares, 2 rectangles, and then this is a square that has stitching on the inside. So this is one of the things that we get in the advent calendar. Put that off to the side. Where did I put the little baggie? Then the next thing, and I'm just going to lay this down, I'll bring it up closer on the screen in just a second here. These are puffy stickers. So I think the On The Go suite had puffy stickers. This is the same concept here. We did use a couple of these on a couple of the cards. We used 2 of the pink bows. The 2 sheets are exactly the same. So we've got cherries, bows, rainbows. I know, are you guys really surprised that I helped design these cards and there are no rainbows? We didn't use the rainbows or the rainbow dies. And I'm totally okay with it. Like it didn't quite come out of what this all, especially the DSP was very not driven down the rainbows type of theme. So it's all good. Got these beautiful rainbow puffies that I can use for something else. Cupcakes, flowers, and strawberries. So those are our puffy stickers. Another of the days included some memories and more stuff. So I cannot remember, so sorry about that. I cannot remember if the textured white ones, so this has a floral pattern on it. This has what I've been calling the flower power pattern. This we thought we were going to use, so we put some pink sponging on it, just like we did on this one. But we didn't end up using it for whatever we had thought we were going to. So it is not pink. You can use it white or change it to whatever color you want. I can't remember if that was in the Memories or More pack or part of a different day in the door. But here are, I mean, we used so much of the Memories and More pieces that this is all that we have left. But there was a Memories and More pack in there. Then we had a day where there was a whole bunch of this ephemera type stuff. Again, we used a lot of this in the designs. So this is just what is left. You'll see a lot. Most of the stuff that has gold on it was from this ephemera style pack. And then there was another day where there was a whole bunch of laser cut things. And again, and this is not going to show up very great, but you'll see a bunch of these on a bunch of different things used in different places. So here's just some of the things that were left. And then another day included more of the like loose pieces. We used a lot of those pieces. Some of the things are on the front of cards. Other of the things, we used a lot of these things on the insides of cards. So a lot of pieces. I promise you I probably missed something, but that's a great idea of what you can expect in the Advent kit itself. I'm just going to reiterate, it is absolutely important that if you did get the kits, like say you're a Be Happy stamper and you got the kits, or you're going to place an order and you don't plan on ordering the Advent calendar, please know that you really need to have it in some way, shape, or form, whether you're ordering it through your order or have previously ordered it, because so much of what we used on these cards came out of that kit. And that was really the goal here. The Advent calendar is great, but it could be intimidating. So we wanted to give you some ideas on what you could do with them by either the PDF or the kits or, you know, including it with your order, so that you actually use the supplies. I think a lot of times we order things that we like or think are really pretty, and then it just sits there because we're intimidated or don't know what to do with it. So We don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to take a one-by-one look through these cards just real quickly so you can get a better see of what they are. And then hopefully you will want to and need to sign up for the class. I would love your support. Okay, so let's get all of the distraction out of the way. I don't mean distraction in a bad way, for sure. They're very pretty, but I want you to focus on what I'm showing you instead of all of the rest of them. Okay, so first and foremost, here is one of the, as I said, Faker Shaker cards. So this is made with a clear envelope, and we'll go through the steps of how to make this and everything, but you've got the nice free-flowing gold sequin pieces in the envelope. Inside the envelope is also a mat and a layer of DSP. So that's all kind of like stuck in there together. Then we used some vellum. So happy to see that the vellum is back. It's coming back. It's on pre-order right now. I love vellum and I use it in a lot of ways. So happy to see that's back. We've got some nested baker's twine behind here. Then we have this laser element that was a wreath that we tucked another laser element, this beautiful gold ephemera piece in there. On the gold wreath, what we did actually was we used our daubers to add some color there, and then some nice elements here with the gold glue, glitter glue in the center of the flowers there. So a nice way to use that gold glitter glue. So here is one of the cards. And then on the inside, we've got big thanks with a nice little birdie there. So that is card number 1. Card number 2. You know, sometimes I love when you just take the DSP and bring it all the way to the edge of the cards. It's just a little different of a layout, and it really adds a lot of nice feeling, I don't know, I lost my train of thought there, design element to your card. Then popped up on dimensionals, we have a Memories and More card backed by a little mat, and we've got a die cut flower that will stamp out with some of those laser elements that we used with sponge daubers. You know, nice little sentiment, some beautiful twine, and some gold gems from the pack. On the inside here, we've got just a nice little piece of die cut element or laser cut element there. Hello, Holly. Thank you so much for joining us. That was card number 2. On to card number 3. We have a beautiful birthday card. Oh, funny that these ended up on the pile right next to each other. This as well has an edge-to-edge mat of DSP. Similar layout, but definitely different feels. Thinking of You versus birthday. We've got some laser elements, again with the sponging, again with some twine elements. Got some banner edges here and beautiful gold gems there. Stamped on the inside with some more sponging on some laser elements. So that's card number 3. Card number 4, we did pull in a Sentiment Heartfelt Prayers from the Peace on Earth set. Then we used sponge daubing on these laser elements and one of the puffy sticker bows here. Again, we've got those beautiful gold gems that we glued on. A couple different pieces of DSP are used here with the Flirty Flamingo Baker's Twine. And then the inside here we have Thinking of You with a daubed or dabbed, I don't exactly know, piece of laser embellishment there. Next we have Birthday Wishes. This was actually the first card that we made last week. This card features a Memories and actually 2 Memories and Mores, a piece of cardstock that we dry embossed here. Then we did punch out. So this piece we punched out of the mat before we embossed it. Then we've got some dimensionals on this, and we even brought in a little bit of white ribbon. There's 2 cards that we brought in some white ribbon on. The Baker's Twine is good and great, but just wanted something a little extra here, so we'll include some of that white ribbon. And then we've got some of those gold gems and some stamping on the inside. Gotta put that back in there. I already lost 1 recipe card. I cannot lose another one. Okay, so this card, I love so many of these cards, I'm not gonna lie to you, but this card, I really love this card. This is where we used the masking. So those masks that I showed earlier with that tiny little paintbrush with the blending brush bristles. Brought in some of the ephemera here with the gold on that tag. This is a Memories and More card base that we put the masking piece on, and then this is crushed curry that we brought in here, and a little bit of a punched out element there as well. On the inside, we brought in the Label Me Grateful set and are using another piece of that laser cut. All right, here we have a gatefold card, so something a little different, using some DSP, and then one of those Memories and More cards that was embossed. We used some daubers to kind of get some ink on that. So this was white, but we wanted some of that texture to show out a little more. So we made that happen by bringing in some Misty Moonlight there. Then some pieces from the ephemera and the kind of die cut pack, some more of those gold gems, and of course the baker's twine. On the inside here, we've got Sentiment, Miss You, that was from the Advent Calendar set, as well as some leaves down there. Oops, gotta get that back inside there. Okay, then we have So Grateful for That Heart of Yours. That came from the Label Me Grateful. Here are some of those gold butterflies that we were seriously about 10 or 11 cards into designing by the time we were digging through that sequin mix again, and was like, oh my gosh, there's actually butterflies in here. And of course we've got the big butterfly and the stamped butterfly on the inside here. We're like, oh man, it was very much perfect timing to find that. Got some of the ephemera banners coming out the bottom here, piece of DSP on the back, some of the Flirty Flamingo twine. This was a Memories and More piece. Just lots of good utilization of the pieces of the kit. This was the second to last, if not, it was actually the last card that was designed start to finish. And Chris and I agree this is probably one of our favorites, if not the favorite from the kit. All right, then we have another of our Faker Shaker cards. This is using that loose sequins, not the kind of rhinestoney looking sequins. I know you cannot see all of it, but look at all of that beautiful texture coming in. Here's some of those hearts, sequins, the flowers. You can see some of the butterflies off there. So, so pretty. And then I want to show off, okay, so here we have the two shaker cards. We actually use the same layout, but they look so different because of the textured elements that are used in it and how different they look. I love them both. I really can't, I think I like this one more, but they're both really, really great. So Birthday Wishes came from the Advent Calendar stamp set. We've got Old Olive and Flirty Flamingo to match that DSP. Then we've got the loose sequins in there. And yes, these these pink bows are part of that sequin mix as well. Then we've got a piece of ephemera here and brought in vellum and of course that Flirty Flamingo twine. On the inside, we just used a couple more of those die cut elements. Thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate your support by getting this class. All right, now we have one of our Feelin' the Blues. Just kidding, that was a really bad time to say that. This is a wedding card. I hope you're not feeling the blues if you're getting married. But anyways... So here we have Secret C, a piece of DSP, some more Secret C, and a Memories and More card. Then we brought in some of those gold gems, beautiful gold elements here on the ephemera piece. Turned it sideways, which was a really nice move here. And then the sentiment is from Beautiful Motifs. If you would like it to be a wedding card, of course, you can choose whatever you would want for the inside here. Some more of that twine, and then on the inside we stamped Celebrate, and then took one of those laser elements and some daubers and made that nice and blue to match the theme of the card. Wow, we are in our blue era. The next two cards over here are both blue as well. Actually, we're getting down to the bottom here. How did I get through all of them already? Okay, on this case of the blues, we have that piece of embossed Memories and More card over here. So this piece, again, we wanted to bring that texture out, so we used some daubers on there with the Misty Moonlight. We've got Secret Sea, the DSP, another piece of Secret Sea, then a couple of these elements from the loose Memories and More elements over here, and some of the ephemera elements as well. Thinking of You was a stamp included in the advent calendar, so that was great. Got some of those gold gems over here. Pop into the inside. This was one of the first insides that I did, and I asked Chris what she thought of the bow, and she's like, oh, that's an interesting mix. So this tag over here, Chris was advocating for the tag, and I was struggling with the tag. It was like a 3-band on the tag of 3 different designs, and the inside band that is completely covered, strategically completely covered, was little daisies with yellow centers, and this tag was very busy. But Chris was such a help here in pulling this design all together, putting that gold ephemera on top of there, especially with this beautiful blue flower here, really cut down on the busyness. But she had kind of overlooked the fact that the top pattern was the bows, and you know, the bows don't go with a lot of things, but it really matched with this, so it was a great place to utilize that piece. So that's the inside for the Thinking of You card. Then let's keep with the blue theme. Here we have Big Thanks. This is one of our favorite stamps from the Advent Calendar stamp set. Really worked great on this ephemera tag over here, and love the gold elements. Used gold actually in 3 different ways on this card. So gold on the ephemera. This background, we used the gold glitter glue to smear gold glitter on that whole piece of boho blue here. We wanted to show how to use the gold glitter glue in a way that was maybe something we didn't think of, and we didn't necessarily want to utilize the gold just as like making embellishment type of dots, because this kit already included that gold embellishment in the loose sequins. So spread it across that boho blue, and it really added a nice element of gold and really tied a lot of those gold elements together, which was so great. Then use some of that Misty Baker's Twine, some DSP, a couple of mats, and then on the inside here, we've got the You Are So Appreciated that we brought in again from that Label Me Grateful set, and then another strip of DSP along the bottom. And last, but absolutely certainly not least, we have this pink card over here. We've got the embellished or embossed piece of DSP on the side here that we accentuated with some Flirty Flamingo dauber. We've got some DSP over here, a Memories and More piece, some layers. We've got some of that Flirty Flamingo twine, some of the sequins, and then a piece of ephemera here for someone extra special. And then we used another one of those puffy stickers in the bow here. So love how that turned out. And then again, we had to bring the pink bow on the inside stamped with birthday wishes as well. So guys, what do you think of these cards? Let me lay them all back out right off the cuff. Does anyone have a favorite? Oh, wow, they're all beautiful. Lots of great layouts. Thank you so much, Holly. I really appreciate your support and your kind words. Does anybody want to shout out any of their favorites? Like I said, I think Chris and I, well, okay, there's a lot of favorites. The Faker Shakers are great. This really shot out as one of the favorites when we were designing. Was literally the last or second to last card, so it was not expected to be, because you know, sometimes when you get down to the end, you're just using up what's left. Definitely was not the case for this one. Here, let's, how did I get these all to fit before? I don't know. Something like that. Thank you so much. I am glad that you guys love them. I've got a lot of cards that I love here. Of course, there are 13 cards, so you've got lots of great ways to spread the cheer. And like I said, there's lots of elements left even when you're done with the kit. So you can make even more great cards when you are finished. So, all right. Well, I think that is the birthday wishes faker shaker. Okay, yeah, it's great. I love that one too. You know, I don't know that I've ever used so much Flirty Flamingo in my life, and I am loving it. It's a great shade of pink, and it's very tastefully used in a lot of these cards. So, love that. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me in this walkthrough. Just a quick reminder of some of the things that we covered early on. This kit is available free with a qualifying order. That qualifying order would be $140 ordered under me, Kelly Lamb. Otherwise, if you are on the Be Happy Stampers team and you're interested in getting kits of this, that is the only way you can get kits without the purchase. Those kits for our Be Happy Stampers are $35. You can, Chris and I are kind of tag teaming, working together on this, so you can pay and settle up via the instructions on the website, and we'll get that all straightened out. And then last but certainly not least, if you are not able or interested to do either of those ways, you can get the PDF tutorial as well. And then I did mention earlier, if you want the kits but aren't a Be Happy Stamper, you can join the Be Happy Stampers and or the Sunshine Stampin' Co. So join my team. Fun fact, by being on the Sunshine Stampin' Co., so joining my team, you also are a Be Happy Stamper. So you get a lot of great perks of being on the Be Happy Stampers team. It's a great community to join. So join the Sunshine Stampin' Co. and you'll get all of those perks as well. So yes, join in October. It's a great time to join because there is a fantastic starter special. Any more information about that, just reach out. We are happy to share that with you. So let's see here. Anything else that I missed? Let me check my notes. I did take notes. Free shipping. I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your support, whether you've supported the class by ordering or by purchasing the kits or the tutorial. Even just joining me on this video has shown me that you're here to support me. I appreciate that as well. Please like and share. Share this with some of your friends that may be interested in these cards. I'd love to get so many of these kits out. Like I said, if you have the availability to get on Cards by Christine, fill out that registration form in the next day or two. That'll help me be able to forecast so I can get my order in for free shipping, because that helps me out too. So everyone, thank you so much. Sending lots of sunshine love and big hugs your way.